Hello dear viewers and welcome back after that amazing report about mosque. Today we have a very special guest today. He is the one and only Hamza Taqi. Hello Hamza, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, not bad. How's Ramadan with you?
Yep, it's perfect. Already a third of it is gone.
Oh yeah, time's passed by really fast.
Yeah.
So how about emerging trends like AI, remote work or gig economy are rephrasing workplaces and performance these days? So what do you think about it?
Yeah, the idea is automation, and especially with AI now, being used heavily in organization. So basically, should take care of the routine task, and that will create an environment for employees to focus on more strategic work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, AI is there to help us. I remember, in the old days, they used to have some sort of bees to calculate, and then we had a calculator, electronic calculator, and then computer, and now mobile. So all these are good for us, and it is always, like a sword, has two edges. Yeah. You can use it or a knife. You can cut tomato, or you can cut something else. So it depends how you use it, and especially with again, you talked about the future of work in terms of remote work. Some people, they can work from home, and that's became eligible for people can do some tasks from work, so they have more flexibility, so they have more engagement at work. But it has some limitation again, because it will disturb the cohesiveness of the team, or the communication will not be as effective when they are all in one area. You talked about gig economy.
Yes.
And that's an expression that came from music industry, the gig economy, and basically it's where organizations now are not obliged to hire experts. They can outsource the expertise from different places, especially with the remote and technology is happening and AI, so they can do the work for the organization without hiring them. Again, there is a downside to that, because the benefits, the security of the job, it has its down and up mechanism. But this is happening. AI is happening, and we should evolve as a human being above the AI, and not to be scared that it will take our jobs. We still have the empathy that we use with our people.
But as you said, depending on it too much could remove a little bit of our artistic side of human beings.
Definitely. I mean, in the old days, we used to remember phone numbers. Now we don't remember phone numbers. So it kind of, you need to work on yourself as well for your cognitive functions, and you need to not to be heavily 100% on it. You need to use your brain as well, and you need to do some sort of exercises, so you engage your brain in activities that are beneficial for your longevity, hopefully.
So speaking about activities, but how can we balance between our emotion and understanding to actually make a better team, or make a work team successful?
Yeah, it takes us to more of emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence where leaders can build trust, because they can recognize their own emotions, and they can empathize with the team emotions, with the people emotions, and that will create some sort of a nice trust between the leaders and the employees, where they can be more engaged again and produce and perform to the highest of their ability.
So storytelling is also very important in a human being. So why is it this thing still within us as human beings? I mean, every time when you're in a big company, they always tell us your story, your experience, so that it can affect other people's. Why do we always have the need to come back to storytelling?
Storytelling is where it's ingrained in us. I mean, since childhood, we always listen to stories. And I always say, once you hear "Once Upon a Time," immediately your attention goes there. So a story it takes difficult message into a very much an experience. So you relate to it much better. So leaders use storytelling to convey their vision, to convey their expectations, to convey their values or the values of the organization, and also to state the goals for that organization. So when it comes to you in a story format, it's more comprehensible, it's more remembered. The employee remembers the story. They don't remember just, statements. So putting it in a story, it always helps. It's a part of the communication.
Exactly.
Effective communication.
Very true. So if we want to, boost our focus more and, and be less stressful, what are the practices and techniques that we can do?
We are always stressful, especially at work. And there are some tools like being mindfulness or doing some short meditations from like every 2 hours or so. Take a break for 5 minutes, or deep breathing, for example. You take a breath for 5 seconds in, but you have to fill your stomach. Like, you don't shy away, there is abundance of air, God is giving us all this oxygen. Just take it all and hold it for 5 seconds and release it for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and then just do that for 1 minute. You will see your focus shifts and you're more aligned to the work that you're doing. You're more in the now. You're not thinking too much of the future. You're not worrying about the future or thinking of the past. So you're there, you're now, and you will produce a better work, hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah. So what are the best practices for a more diverse team and also a multicultural theme? Yeah.
Here we need to, embrace inclusivity. And the funny part is that when we are all the same, we cannot provide different ideas, right?
Sure.
So when we are different, that's what makes us strong. Different behaviors, different way of thinking, different mindsets, even different cultures. When they are together, each one can contribute to the decision making, to the problem solving in their own way. So you get, 360 degrees views about the issue or the problem that you are trying to solve. So, embracing or even communicating or adapting your style in communication for different cultures to motivate your people, especially when they are coming from different culture, toward the vision of the organization. So they are becoming one. They are no longer different people, but they are different souls. They are different, maybe, way of thinking, but they are contributing to the ultimate goal of the organization. So they are working together as a team, and they see the benefits. Like here in your studio, we see the team from different walk of town, and they're very much collaborative, and they know what they are supposed to do in the right time, which is perfect.
Exactly. Yeah. But what if a person takes all of these experiences, then how can he nitpick what's best for him so that he doesn't get overflooded with information and experiences?
Well, it's what you want, really. It's what you want to focus on, and what you focus on, your energy goes there. So I always ask people, what do you want? Like in my coaching practice, I always ask, they tell me, help me, give me advice. I say, no, what do you want? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Where is your North Star? So we always ask questions to identify the need of the person, and then maybe together we put a plan to achieve that need or that goal.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. How about this? We will go for a short break for our second report, and we'll be right back for more with you, inshallah. All right, dear viewers, we're going for our second report about fish markets. So I hope you enjoy this report. I'll be right back, so stay tuned. Hello, dear viewers, and we're back again with Hamza Taqi right here, and I hope you enjoyed our report about the fish market. So,
fish market.
Yes, fish market.
We learned a lot from the fish market.
Oh yeah, I haven't been in it for a long time.
There is gamification in the fish market.
Really?
Like they play sometimes, you know, they talk and they make songs, and you know they shout just to make, you know, the energy up.
Yes, exactly. So tell me, how incorporating game-like elements can boost employee engagement?
Like the fish market.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was
Yes.
reading the questions. Like, yeah, this is actually connected.
Yes. Gamification now, it's becoming like a trend in our organization. And we remember one of the search engine companies when they started their building, you know, they have like, you know, games and stuff and for the employees. And we were, wow, how come, you know, we want to work there because they have so many games and there's so many, you know, they play and stuff at work. But then there is a very science behind it, because, you know, you tend to get tired at work. So a little game for 5 minutes will not hurt. And the game, if it's designed thoughtfully, if it's implemented, designed and implemented thoughtfully, it can create some sort of collaboration between team members. It has to have some awards or rewards and challenges between the team members, and who is the winner, or leader charts, who's number one, who's number two, and so on. So they get excited. And I know when organizations, they put embedded in their system that the 10,000 steps walk, you know. So whoever finishes the 10,000 steps will be number one, the first one. So, you know, that creates some sort of gaming, you know. Yeah. I want to be number one next time, so I walk more. Instead of, for example, taking, you know, taking the elevator, you take the stairs. So it promote some, you know, health, you know, and well-being into the organization. And there are many type of gamification. I know one organization, sometimes again, you know, how you use it, how you design it, how you implement it thoughtfully is very important. I know an organization in the HR department, they try to implement it and they put this baby foot, you know, the play. And then people start screaming at each other. Unconsciously, you know, and the manager and the people there, they're working and they're hearing this screaming. It's give negative energy, so they stopped it. They stopped it, and then the employees, they said, "We want it back." I said, "Okay, we want it back. No screaming. You play for fun. You play for enjoyment, and then you go back to work. It's not like really a challenge that you fight for." So gamification is something that I embrace in my organization, and I encourage every organization to work with that, you know, to embrace gamification in their daily task, because you know, you tend to want to go to work rather than work, today is work. No, you want to go to work because you want to meet your friend, you want to do stuff, and you want to achieve, and you want to be successful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So talking about wanting and gaming and actually getting to the top, now it's all considered challenges. And when we talk about unexpected challenges in specific, how does morality play here? Everyone wants to, you know, always have a clean game, as they say.
Right.
But when morality kicks in, it comes like, should I put morality on the side, or should I, you know, stick with it?
Well, morality is more important, right? It's an intrinsic part of us. It's the inside of us, and it shows outside. So morality is something that we are born with. It's like, you know, it's our real self. It's how we behave from the inside. It's how we see ourselves, and then we reflect on others. If we are peaceful from the inside, if we are loveful from the inside, then we reflect that into others. But if we are missing it, if we don't have it, you know, how can we give it to others and use it in the organization to, again, embrace collaboration and team work, so we achieve better and we achieve more.
Exactly. Yeah. So how does an employee actually can build his own brand in general with, you know, organizing his goals and all of that?
Because you know, you are working in an organization, and an organization has their own brand, and you need to be aligned with that brand. And you have your own brand. Every person, you know, it's like, you know, your thumbnails, you know, it's like a stamp, you know, your stamp. That's your personal brand, and your personal brand comes from your, you know, deep values, your deep beliefs system, that shows out in your interaction with the world as your character. So personal branding, you can align your personal branding with the organizational branding. If you're showing your expertise, your achievements to the organization, that elevates your personal brand. And using those achievements and using those success stories in your social media and platforms, that's, it's you're creating and you're being consistent in your personal brand, but at the same time aligning that your personal brand with the organizational brand. It's like, for example, I say, I have my own goals, my organization have their own goals. How can my own goals is to make more money, for example, or to get better salary or better payment. And my organization have a goal to sell more. So I have to align my goal, my personal goal, with the organization goal and try to help the organization to sell more so they have more income.
And can I branch out of there to have my own brand while doing,
Of course, you always see when you have your own autonomy and organization, a clever organization, they understand that every individual, they have their own autonomy, they have their own contribution to the organization and to life in general, to the world, life with purpose. So the organization will appreciate your personal branding, provided it's aligned with their organization. It's like, you cannot be like, let's say, for example, just to make it simple for our audience, let's say we are in a very, conservative culture organization. And here you are on TikTok, you are doing stuff like crazy. It doesn't match. You're out there. So you need to do things aligned with your personal belief first, and then with your organizational values as well. So you're aligning with their brand, and they help your brand, and you help their brand. So it goes
a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So tools like let's say psychology and neuroscience, how can they help enhance our performance in general?
Well, let's say well-being in general is a big factor. Burnout, there are some people, they work until the ambulance come. That's not life, right? No. I mean, you should enjoy your work. You should be, because it's where you get your income from. So you should be loving it, and you should enjoy it, and it shouldn't be very like task and pressures and stress. It should be done with love and happiness and joy, and that's how we can, win, and we can, really, take care of ourselves and take care of our organization. I don't believe the organizations want their employees to be burned out and then they are not functional anymore. They want them to continue. Consistency matter. And there are many organizations in Kuwait and abroad, they have now an MD within the organization or some sort of well-being person to take care of the people. Sometimes, doing it by like counseling. They have counseling or getting into mentoring programs. So you see it that you are achieving and you're contributing to the organization. And again, that will help your personal brand as well.
Very true. Yeah. So the word eco-friendly is a practice. So how can it help boost morale and productivity at the same time?
Especially with Gen Zs, I feel, in our age, we don't care. I mean, we were, it's not that we don't care. We were not knowledgeable about the effect that we are doing on planet Earth. About, the dumping of, sometimes chemicals from factories, from the way we use the waste of the organization. It was done in a worse case scenario. We really hurt planet Earth or Mother Earth. We need to be conscious about it, and now organizations are becoming more environmentally conscious, and only employees would love to be or will be proud to be associated with our organization who are eco-friendly, who are into green, who are lowering their waste, and it will, you know, it will be more cost-effective for them. The employee feel that they are a part of organization that are, you know, responsible for the environment, for the world, and that makes them feel energized to work for that organization and make it successful. So it goes both ways, and now I think some organization will be forced by maybe some rules by the government or some laws to be much eco-friendly and to be more green and take care of the environment, because it's for our, you know, children and grandchildren, and hopefully more to come, to live in this part of the world or in the world in general, to take care of it for the coming generations.
Yeah, it's very true. We only have one Earth, and it's better to live in it clean and live with it with no war, rather than actually living it with everything that is affecting us in a negative way. Exactly. Thank you so much, Hamza, so much for being here. You're such an amazing guest and friend of ours here, right here in our television, in KTV2 and the family TV. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me as part of your family, Nasser.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
All right, dear viewers, that was Hamza Taqi, the Master Performance Consultant. So we have our third report, which is the Dasman segment. So without further ado, let's go see the report, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.